What is going on, guys? MitchCactus here, coming back with another Forza Horizon 5 video, and today we'll be talking about two free money methods, pretty much allowing you guys to be able to get extremely large amounts of credits extremely quickly, whether you're on PC, Xbox, or even Steam. These are all valid methods, extremely simple to go ahead and use, and this video has been quite highly requested, given the fact that right now, after the patch, there are very little ways to be able to effectively make money quickly, so I'll go and cover the best ways to go in and do so. Now, if you guys want to stay up to date with any further Horizon 5 content, glitches, tutorials, giveaways, and etc., be sure to drop a like and subscribe to my channel with notifications on. And of course, guys, if you want to grind for your credits using all these methods, feel free to go in and check out MitchCactus.co, where we sell the best, cheapest, and quickest delivery Forza Horizon 5 modded accounts, pre-made accounts, credits, and etc. Pretty much comes with 900 million credits, all rare cars, over 1 million skill points, tens of thousands of super wheel spins, and more. So if you guys want to go and check that out, there'll be a link in the pinned comment and in the description below. But now let's get started on the first way to go in and do it, and the car you guys will need. So the car I'm in right now is a Unicorn V2. It was previously available in the Horizon Festival playlist through summer in Series 4. It was 40 points to be able to get the seasonal reward car. It was also previously available in the game, I believe Series 1 or 2. And you guys don't have to use this car, but it's definitely the best to use, given the fact that if I go in and show you guys the car mastery perks, it has a skill multiplier of 8, which is the second best in the game, only being beat by the PLP50, but the PLP50 is significantly slower at drifting, and that's one way to be able to farm skill points using this car, and it definitely beats the PL, even though the skill multiplier is slightly lower. So guys, the aerodrome drag strip is one of the best areas for drifting, based off the fact that it's a very long straight, and you guys can also destroy some of the objects on the side, which will earn you extra skill points. So you guys pretty much just want to get an S motion. In terms of tunes for the car, I recommend any popular tunes that are oriented towards drifting, even just upgrading it yourself. It's nothing really that crazy you need, as long as it's fairly powerful, which these Unicorn cars pretty much always are. So you pretty much just want to farm and hold this consistent skill chain for a little bit, guys, and I recommend doing laps that are fairly long, but also allow you to be able to get the aimed amount of skill points in one chain, which, given the fact that this is an 8 times multiplier, you guys are going to want to aim to be able to get 62,500 points in the one chain up the top. As you guys can see, just for reference, I'm currently at about 24,000, and keep in mind, typically, guys, the actual number up top will be slightly lower than what you're actually at, given the fact that the animations for, let's say, the burnout, the awesome drifts, the great 180s are actually behind the animation. So meaning that you're pretty much earning skill points faster than it can show, and therefore you basically just want to account for that by not going all the way up to 62,500, go to around 55,000 and let it build up from there, and you guys will save yourself a little bit of time. The reason I say 62,500, guys, is like I said, on this car, that is the point at which you reach 10 skill points in one chain. You can go to 1 million if you want to, but you're still only going to get 10 skill points, so it's very inefficient and a waste of time. As you guys can see, I'm coming up towards around 55,000, so I'm at a point where it'd almost be good just to stop drifting and let the points build up, where we would be able to see the 10 skill points be given to us pretty damn easily and quickly. So you guys can see this only takes around 1.5 minutes for each 10 skill points you get. You can do this for a few hours and you'll make hundreds and hundreds, if not close to 1,000 skill points, and it's pretty simple and straightforward. I like this method because you don't need any blueprints, you don't need any certain tunes in general. You pretty much just need a car and an ability to be able to drift, and boom, you guys will be able to make a bunch of skill points, which you can convert to super wheel spins, and consequently get credits and rare cars. Obviously, this process of getting super wheel spins isn't as fast or isn't as efficient as it used to be, considering the recent patch and the changes to the car mastery perks and super wheel spins overall, but it's still one of the fastest ways to make money. So while it's not as good, it definitely is still very good. As you guys can see, I actually misjudged a little bit when I should have stopped. I could have stopped way earlier. Typically, the car mastery skill chains would end a little bit earlier, but this time it didn't. So I probably could have stopped at around 40,000, given the fact that it seems to be around 20,000 ahead based off of when I stopped. So as you guys can see, the skill chain is coming to an end here, so it's going to get 680,000 total points, aka 10 skill points right off the bat, and I could have stopped a fair bit earlier and saved a little bit of time. And just one extra tip I do recommend, if you guys won't have to wait, let's say the 30, 40, even up to a minute for the skill chains to actually end and you get the skill points, instead of going in there and waiting for it, go ahead and prompt the entrance to an event. So this aerodrome drag strip, I'm going to go up to this, you go enter event, back out instantly, and as you guys can see on screen, it'll show the animation for banking the skill points. It's an easy way to save a bunch of time while using this and not have to be waiting for those skill points while you could be out there farming more by drifting. But guys, now I'll be showing another method you guys can use on screen. Pretty much this highway event allows you to run 10 skill points every 30 seconds just by driving, and you can pretty much just go ahead and get an auto driving and auto steering setup so it does the race for you. One downside with this is, of course, you guys need the Xbox Online ability to be able to enter these events, and some people have been banned for using this apparently, although I think it's very unlikely you guys would get banned for using these, considering the fact that these races have millions of uses and they're pretty much safe for most people to use. Technically it is possible to be banned, so if you guys want a completely legit and vanilla method to be able to farm skill points, drifting is the way to go. Now in terms of how to convert these skill points to super wheel spins, I'll go ahead and show you guys 2 different ways to go ahead and do it, and also how you can convert them to credits. So one of the best ways right now is on the auction house. You want to look for the PLP50. Given the fact that a lot more people have started doing this, it's become a little bit more difficult over time. However, it's definitely still very easy to be able to make this work. So pretty much want to look for PLP50s, and there are a few tips I'll go ahead and show you guys that are essential to know before you start doing this. Basically, if you purchase a PLP50 and the car mastery perks have already been used, you can't use them again. So you want to avoid looking after or trying to purchase ones where it seems that the perks have been used or the car has been upgraded, used overall, as that would indicate they might have used the perks. An example of this is look out for cars that have paints that have tunes. They're most likely not going to have the perks available, and same with ones that have had different paint jobs and etc. You want to look for one that looks like it's hardly been touched, the default color, no painter, no tuner, etc. And of course, you want to look out for the sellers. Don't purchase ones where the seller is a repeated seller. If someone's listing up, let's say 10, this guy's 2 up, they're master in it, they're buying a bunch, they're using the perks and they're relisting them. You want to avoid those, as the chances of them having their perks available would be significantly lower than if you look for one where, again, default tune, default paint, looks like it hasn't even been used at all, and the owner isn't listing up multiple to your knowledge at least. So I'm going to go and look for one here that seems to be fairly promising. I'm just going to go in and purchase this one right here. Obviously sometimes the perks can be used and that's just a part of the process, but if you guys use these tips, some people seem to think at 90% of them have the perks used. Majority of the time, guys, they don't have the perks used if you don't look out for ones with repeated sellers, designs, and etc. And easily 8 out of 10 times you'll find ones where the perks are yet to be used, and you guys will be able to make profit off these. You can also bid on them if you want to save credits buying them, but of course it does take a lot more time. It's a little bit more strenuous opposed to just buying them out easily for an extra 100,000 credits and getting them instantly, no bidding involved in etc. But you guys can do it if you want. Try run the bidding, try the buyout, and see what you prefer to do. Now I've got upgrades and tuning. I'm head to car mastery perks. As you guys can see, like I said, the perks have not been used on this car. Most of the times you do this, if you do it properly, you're going to find the perks haven't been used, and the process of getting the super wheel spin is only going to cost you 9 skill points. Very cheap. Cheaper than any previous cars, so it was a little bit expensive with the actual amount of credits I need to purchase the car, but still very affordable. Another way that I'll recommend that you guys go in and do is this one Lamborghini in general, and you guys can see this in a second here. If I go to the Lamborghini Diablo SV, I'll just hop into this one as an example. You can purchase these off the auto show or the auction house, and I'll show you an example of what you guys need to do in the car mastery setup. When you guys unlock this top right 1999 Diablo GTR, it's going to cost you around 60 plus skill points for the whole process of unlocking the car, on top of purchasing the Lambo Diablo SV for around 264,000 credits, I believe it was 174,000, sorry. You guys will get given this new Lamborghini, and given the fact that this Lamborghini is actually one a lot of people are trying to get, considering it's the fastest drag car in the game, these often do sell in the auction now. So you guys spend 174,000 credits buying a Diablo SV, you spend another 60-ish skill points unlocking the SVR, and as you guys will see, if I go in and show you all the GTR, sorry, these are easily selling for around 400,000-500,000 credits, so 174,000 credits to buy it, some skill points spent, and you're making around 300,000 credits per one. Obviously at times these won't sell at all, given the fact that it's very popular doing this now, but occasionally you'll find, and I'll show a clip on screen, that they really do sell. At first it looks like they don't, but if you guys sit in the auction house for around 20 minutes and let all the auctions finish, you'll see quite a lot of the time they actually do get bought out or bidded on, although it's not as consistent as methods like the peel, where you can easily get super wheel spins. These are all the cars I'm going to cover for this video. I've covered a bunch in another video before, so feel free to go and check it out if you guys want to. But that's basically all I'm going to cover in this video. I just wanted to show 2 fastest ways to be able to make money right now in Forza Horizon 5, get the skill points, the credits, and etc. And pretty much help you guys get some fast credits, given the fact that the recent patch is definitely making it a little bit harder. But guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Like I said, thank you all so much for watching.